everybody? This is Nicholas Jason Lopez from ProWrestlingOpinion.com, your go-to source for the best pro wrestling news, reviews, anything on the planet that's related to the squared circle. PWO.com is where you need to go. And, well, while I got you here, keeping in tradition with our interviews with talent from Dynamo Pro Wrestling, based out of St. Louis, Missouri, I have the pleasure and privilege of talking with Mike Outlaw, and I got him on the other end of the line here, so I'll give him a chance to come in and introduce himself. Yeah, how about that? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? This is Mike Outlaw, born and raised out of St. Louis, Missouri. Like you said, I wrestle for Dynamo Pro, former two-time Dynamo Pro heavyweight champion, and two-time Dynamo Pro D1 champion.
Those are some really big accolades that you carry around. What's it like, when you look at your name and see that you're a two-time Dynamo Pro heavyweight champion? How does it feel having that kind of honor?
Well, it's pretty fulfilling, but it also lets me know that I also have more to accomplish than Dynamo Pro. Dynamo Pro heavyweight champion, D1 champion. There's still other things to accomplish. So while it's fulfilling, it's also motivating at the same time.
Now, when you say accomplish, give us a little bit of detail. What exactly is there left to accomplish?
Well, there's the tag team titles. I've never been tag champs at Dynamo Pro. And then there's also the RIOT at the River tournament, which I'm also one of the 4 finalists in this tournament, which will be taking place. The finals will be taking place September 14th on a Friday in Loading Dock, Nebraska, Illinois.
Now, how are you preparing for that match? Watching footage? Would you say you're 100% ready now, or are you taking it day by day?
Well, I mean, I'm always ready. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. We can do the finals tomorrow, and I'll be just as prepared as I will September 14th. How I'm prepared, I just, like I said, stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So it's kind of day by day. I'm going to the gym, and I'm working out, I'm getting my cardio in, getting my lifting in. As the pro wrestler, I think about wrestling 24/7. So I'm always thinking of like new moves and new techniques that, like, even if they are watching tape, they're probably not going to even see what's coming because I'm always have something new on my bed.
Okay. Now, lining things up between you and Trust, one similarity that you guys have is that you both have 4 years of experience. That in mind, do you feel that, the 4 years that you have had, makes you a better competitor, seeing as, you've been in the ring with people like Michael Elgin, Delirious, Silas Young, ACH, Evil of New Japan fame. These aren't, names that you just casually throw around. You have actually shared the ring with them. And, not a lot of people can get to say that they did that.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because 4 years, I believe the numbers are off when you're talking about Ben Trust. I've seen Ben Trust from day one, and his day one wasn't nowhere near around the time as my day one. So 4 years is probably a stretch for him. I don't think he's been doing it for 4 years. But even if he has been doing it for 4 years, I'm pretty sure my 4 years is different than his 4 years because I've traveled the country within my 4 years. A bunch of different states and a bunch of different names and a bunch of different competitors and a bunch of different companies. It's a different experience level when it comes to me at Ben Trust. I'm not counting them out because you can't count anybody out. All it takes is 3 seconds for anybody to get the win. But I believe September 14th I will have Ben Trust's number.
that in mind, what, assuming you get the victory, what's your mindset from there?
Well, my mindset from there is hopefully that me and Dan will go first, because then I can sit back and I can watch Snitch and Billy McNeil's match, and I can scout and see what they're about. Which I've been in the ring with Billy, so I got a clue about what he's about, and I've seen Snitch, so I got a decent idea of what Snitch is about. But still to be able to watch and see what they bring to the table that day of the event would be something that I would like to do, and get my mind focused on Face the Next if foresee that I make it past Ben Trust, which I believe I will.
Okay, all right. Now, what would you consider to be the most challenging part of being in a tournament?
The most challenging part is, I don't know. I mean, because I'm a day-by-day type of guy, so it's like a match is a match. Maybe making it to the finals and now having to do 2 matches in one night, that might be the most challenging part. But before then, it was, just match to match to match, where, I treat any match as serious. No matter who I'm in the ring with, I treat every match as serious as my last match. So I would say maybe making it to the finals and now having to do 2 matches in one night, and if the possibility of doing 2 matches in one night, and if and also not knowing who my opponent would be in that second match is also, that's I would say those are probably the hardest elements of a tournament.
Okay. All right. My next question would be, keeping the tournament spirit alive. Is there, are there any, obstacles in this match with Trust that you're, looking for? Anything per se that you're particularly focused on?
Obstacles? Not really, because, not to downplay who Ben Trust is, but I believe I may have him beat. Okay, there's one obstacle. I was going to say I may have him beat in every category when it comes to pro wrestling, but there's one obstacle. We're closer to Ben Trust's hometown, and, a home game is, you got the home crowd on your side. That gets your adrenaline pumping a little bit more. That gets your heart pumping a little bit more. That gives you that extra push a little bit more. That might give you the extra strength. That might give you the extra speed, the extra everything that it might need. So I would say the home crowd advantage for Ben Trust will probably be the biggest obstacle. But other than that, I have the experience and the brains and just the natural athletic ability to beat Ben Trust.
Okay, all right. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your experience? Being such a big name, you've gone about a variety of different matches, different stipulations. One in particular is the 6-man ladder. What was that match like for you?
It was something different. It was my first ever ladder match, and to be able to do it with not just somebody else. It was 5 other guys in that match, 6-man ladder match. So it was probably one of the most chaotic matches I've ever been in. Of course, growing up watching ladder matches, you see the danger, but you really don't comprehend the dangers of getting hit with a ladder until you're actually hit with a ladder.
I'm sure it doesn't feel too good.
No, not at all.
Just putting my hand on a regular ladder, I already could just imagine what it feels like. If that force is coming at your face, the ladder wins every time.
Every time.
Now, talking about, watching, ladder matches growing up, keeping in that kind of spirit, what were some of your influences that shaped you to be the wrestler you are today?
The main two were Stone Cold Steve Austin. That I started watching in '98. Stone Cold when he first won the belt, WrestleMania for Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 14. That's around the time that I started, and I'm a huge Steve Austin guy. Steve Austin is definitely one of my biggest inspirations, and my second biggest inspiration is the phenomenal AJ Styles. I started watching AJ Styles in 2003, which is around the time Austin retired, which was some type of coincidence that it happened. I started watching Styles in TNA. He's the one that got me into TNA actually around that time, and Styles is probably my favorite wrestler ever since then. So I would say those two, and a close third of inspiration would probably be Mick Foley. Just I felt his passion with everything that he did, and it was infectious.
He definitely took a lot of bumps over his career, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
I could see how there's elements of all three in you. In particular, do you have a favorite match or favorite match that you look to, as far as like influential in your career? And do you have a favorite match in your career? So a match that you watched growing up and a match that you've actually competed in. Do you know offhand like which one you would go to?
Really, I really don't have a favorite match at this moment. I used to like growing up, and before I even got into the business, I had favorite matches here and there. But now that I'm in the business, I feel like I watch so much wrestling, and it's a lot of good wrestling, especially now. And a lot of good wrestling in too. Like I can't really pick one favorite match, that I like watching. I like watching a lot of different type of wrestling. But I'll say my favorite match that I was in was probably against Ricky Cruz, 2014, my rookie year against Ricky Cruz for the Dynamo Pro Heavyweight Champion. The match where I won my first Dynamo Pro Heavyweight Championship match, and it was in front of a lot of my family and friends, and it still means a lot to me to this day.
When you say family, who exactly was there? Who are your biggest supporters?
Mom, Dad. I mean, it's a list of people. We're in the podcast. If I go down with like mom, dad, cousins, aunts, grandparents, aunties, uncle, a lot of people, family, friends of family, family, friends. It's just a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there.
Did you have anybody who tried to talk you out of doing pro wrestling?
Oh no, never, because everybody already knew this was the plan. So it wasn't like when I decided to do it, it wasn't just like a surprise to anybody. Majority of people was happy that I was actually doing it, because a lot of people don't follow their dreams.
Of course. And now, you have faced a lot of opponents. Is there one in particular? Do you have a dream opponent? Anybody you haven't faced yet?
Oh man, dream opponents. Most of my dream opponents as well are probably like past, like wrestlers that I grew up watching, and matches that probably won't happen, or maybe they will happen, like an AJ Styles. I would love to work at AJ Styles, but I guess that's why they call it dream opponent. But like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. When I first got in, I really wanted to work Tommaso Ciampa, and I kind of still do. Let's see, that's still active. Rob Van Dam. I was a huge Van Dam fan as a kid, so Rob Van Dam is definitely one of my dream opponents as well. Just matches that seem like a long shot, but I guess that's why they call it dream matches.
Yeah, exactly. Well, nothing's ever wrong in a dream per se. Now, 2019. Once the calendar hits 2019, what are some goals you have for the next year? I know it's crazy we're talking about next year, but we are heading right into September, so 2018 is winding down. So, I'm doing it. I'm looking towards next year. What are some of your goals?
Some of my goals as of next year is probably hit more East Coast and do a few independent shows out there on the East Coast. I've done maybe a few here and there. Only one sticks off the top of my head. If I really think about it, I'm pretty sure I can think of some more. I've done a few here and there, but I want to probably do some regular stuff on the East Coast, and just slowly making a name for myself, and eventually get a contract, whether that's next year or the year after, because I'm not going nowhere. So.
Okay. Now we're gonna start wrapping it up. But another question I wanted to ask was, if anybody who's listening who hasn't heard of you, how would you sum yourself up in a sentence, and where can people check you out in the ring?
Sum myself up in a sentence. That's not possible, really. I can't. You just have to meet me to understand me and to feel me. I'm like nobody else. So, with that being said, if you want to get to know me better, you can add me on Facebook, Mike Outlaw. You can follow me on Twitter, @real_M Outlaw, or you can follow me on Instagram, Certified Outlaw 314, and just follow me, add me, and keep up to date with what's going on with Mike Outlaw. I might be in a city near you soon.
All right. Well, that being said, I want to thank you for taking the time out to talk to us. Wish you the best of luck on 9/14. And yeah, I think we'll leave it at that.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, and have a good night.
All right, you too.